Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Roisin Curie here with another video on all things sketching in ink and watercolour. I hope you enjoy it. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an Easter card. So the card I'm going to show you how to do is going to be full of animals and landscape from my local area in County Galway. But you might be able to adapt it to something a bit more personal to you, maybe the animals around where you live, or maybe your pets. And you know what I was thinking would be really quite nice would be to do them when they were babies themselves, kittens or pups, or I don't know, baby fish or whatever the case may be, chicks if you've got parrots. So as you can see, it's a beautiful day here in Galway, but actually looks are deceptive because it is absolutely freezing, and which is why I'm bundled up in a coat. And I'm going to put Reuben back in his bed in a second under the scarf that I've had him covered with this morning. So hop in and see if you enjoy making a nice Easter card. Perhaps you're going to visit someone this weekend and you'd like to bring them a little something, a little handmade something. I think that could be absolutely gorgeous. I am going to be meeting somebody this weekend and I will not be going empty-handed. So let's start doing the card, and I hope you enjoy it. Even if you don't end up making a card of your own, at least I hope you enjoy seeing my animals of my area around here. I don't know, will I squeeze Reuben into the scene? I just might, you know, I just might. Poor little Reuben, he never gets a look in my drawings. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed. See you in a little while. Now I've set the speed to be slightly speeded up, slightly faster than the original speed. So I've tried to strike a balance between, you know, slow enough that you can see what's happening, but not too slow that it just takes forever. I started off by drawing a bird of prey because there's lots around here. And then I've gone on to this little crab because they are absolutely ubiquitous down at the shore. And I'm going to try and have as many things in this scene as possible be either holding Easter eggs or, I don't know, sitting next to one or something like that. This is a shrimp. And this here, oh, you can see a lobster down there on the left. And this here is a badger. And somebody in my Instagram live when I was doing a similar card suggested that I put people in Easter bonnets. So I put this little badger into what I imagine is an Easter bonnet, but which might well not be. And the clothes that the animals are wearing, by the way, are pretty authentic to Ireland. I don't know about this guy, which I'll tell you in a sec, because I got out a book from the library called Dress in Ireland by, I think is it Mairead Dunleavy? And it's really, it's beautiful and has tons of, you know, portraits and stuff of clothes that people used to wear. But this is Brian, B-R-I-N-E, Brian. Brian the seal, and he lives on the island. He lives on Island Eddy, just off the coast near where I live. And here's a little foxlet. What is a baby fox called again? I've forgotten. I've totally forgotten. Fox cub, maybe that's what it is. And she's there in her little dress and her Easter bonnet and her basket of eggs. I'm using, by the way, a Sailor 55 degree Fude pen because it has a great expressive line. And the ink I'm using is black ink it's sketch ink by Rohr and Klingner. This is a pheasant. We've tons of pheasants around where I live, including one in our garden at the moment. And I love drawing pheasants. Don't know what it is about them. Just love drawing them. So I've filled in the front of the card with flowers, with Easter eggs, with animals from the area. There's a barn owl you can just see. And now I'm putting on the banner to write the sentiment on the front. And the way you draw banners, like, it's just a question of practice. It's not that hard once you get used to it. I usually end up making them a bit too curvy and have to flatten them a little bit. And then a couple of lightly drawn parallel lines are all the guidelines you need to get the lettering to be, I suppose, more or less, what's the word, uniform. And this is my sort of version of, you know, Clogwailach, the old Irish script, and it's not right exactly. It's not 100% wrong either. It's a little bit, you know, wonky, but it's a script I love doing. It's very fun and it always looks nice. Now, I did mention I might manage to squeeze Reuben in to the card, and I decided I would do that. So I'm drawing 4 little Jack Russells, because the ladies that are getting the recipient of this card, they have a few Jack Russells between them, and I haven't met 2 of them, but I have met one, and he's very sweet, and they really like my Reuben. Who wouldn't? Reuben's very cute and lovely, apart from his habit of marking indoors, which is extremely embarrassing. It means I can't take him anywhere. And if I do, I have to leave him in the car, because I just wish he wouldn't lift his leg. It's so bad. Although I was going to get him some little onesies to wear on top of his nappy. I kid you not. So I did actually buy some onesies off the internet, off Amazon or something. But when they arrived, I got the wrong size. They're too small. So that didn't get me very far. But I am going to get some bigger ones, because I figure if I put the onesie on top of his nappy, well, he can't take it off, and he looks cute in kind of a stripy onesie. Looks really cute. Now, when it comes to painting the card, I think it's more efficient to paint all the yellows first and then all the pinks, and the yellow I've chosen is lemon yellow, and I have also chosen cherry quinacridone red, which is the soft pinky red colour that you can see there. I'm trying to go for pastels, and then there's a little bit of, I suppose, burnt sienna for the little cute little Jack Russells, their little spots on their backs. God, I love Jack Russells. A well-bred Jack Russell, nothing like it. For fun, for, I don't know, sprightliness, for liveliness, and for generally having the crack. So, okay, what other colours have I used? I've used a very, very dilute ultramarine for the sky, put onto a ready wetted background so that it stays really, really soft and diffuse. I've kept the palette as small and limited as I could, but I have introduced some dark indigo for the lobsters and some of the shellfish, just because I thought it was needed. And then I made a lime green by mixing sap green with lemon yellow. Just colouring in the little jackets. Oh, and of course orange mixed with burnt sienna for the fur on lots of the animals, and some burnt umber for some of the other more browny animals, and also for the bits of seaweed. So when you're coming up with your own design, decide what colours you think you can't not use, the colours that you have to include, and base your colour palette around those colours. And then you can decide which little, I suppose, extra pops of colour to include. I'm trying to keep my brush as dry as possible so that I don't have, disastrous colour runs. And here we go. Here's the completed card. When it was dry, I put a few daisies on. I filled in the corners a little bit more green. With my white gel pen, I added a few daisies on any darker bits of grass that I could find, because there's, nothing like gorgeous daisies at this time of year in a lawn. Well, you can see the sun's gone in a little bit since this morning when I started drawing. I have a couple of things to tell you before I finish editing the video. The first thing is that today only, and that is Thursday the 17th of April, I am offering my SketchPockets with 2 extra colours as part of the deal. So you can get black or you can get off-white. I love the off-white one myself. Love them both. Oh look, there's the sun. You're getting mineral violet and shadow grey as 2 little freebie extras, and all you have to do to let me know that that's the deal you want is to put Happy Easter into the comment box when you make your order. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, and the reason it's only one day is because I'm heading away to Greece next week, teaching in the South Pelion, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be fantastic. The other thing I want to tell you about is that this summer, for the months of May, June and July, I am offering you, for the same monthly membership fee of €50 / $50 US, more or less the same. I'm offering you 2 classes per week instead of the usual 1. So just for the months of May, June and July, you're going to get the usual on location watercolor sketching class on a Monday, 6 o'clock Irish time. So that's 1 p.m. New York time, Eastern time. And then I'm also offering a second class, which will be more about illustration, more about gouache, more about some fun lettering, just plenty of fun things like that as well. So it's kind of like a summer camp, an art summer camp vibe. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And with that, I will say goodbye, wish you happy Easter, and show you the final card. Talk to you very soon. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can figure out how to adapt the design to suit something more personal to you. Wishing you a really lovely Easter, and thank you for being such wonderful, loyal viewers, and you're always such great support, and I love your comments. I love the whole lot. So thank you so much, and see you next time. Happy sketching.